Well, the market is off to a rough start this morning, but we'll see how it shapes up. Tomorrow's a big day with non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate coming out for us, plus Jerome Powell coming out to speak, I believe, at 12:30 in the afternoon. That's Eastern time, market time. And so, well, the market, we'll see how it reacts today. Maybe in this morning that we get a bit of a bounce, a bit of a recovery from where we're at right now. The 200-day is absolutely the thing to watch for SPY, for QQQ. IWM is a different story, but there is something very particular about that we should be paying attention to. And when we look at the Bitcoin chart, there's a big moment that we're at right now. Just a very, very critical resistance that we want to keep our eyes on, that if it doesn't get broken, things might get a little bit messy for us. If it does get broken, that could be very, very nice for us. So let me put these charts up here. We'll kick things off with SPY. So tracking the S&P 500, as we have right here, came so darn close, almost 2 touches during the regular trading hours on this orange 200-day right here, pre-market hours, down near that right now, wiping out a lot of yesterday's recovery that we saw in the market. The market's probably going to be a little bit worried. We have jobless claims coming up for us, so we'll see if there's any sort of near-term indicators there. But like I said before, I think the big thing is tomorrow's unemployment rate and the non-farm payrolls, and we'll see. I think we could see some weakness where government jobs could be a bit of a weakness coming in with that report. So we just want to watch and see what's coming our way. So that could be a pretty significant catalyst. If we find out that it's nothing at all to worry about, then eyes go to inflation in the following week. Some of the pressure comes off this market. Either today or tomorrow, we're going to have to watch and see. If it does give us stuff to worry about, expect to see this 200-day broken, not only on SPY, but also QQQ. We're relatively in the same position, that we're just floating just above the 200-day. And like I said, no surprise at all. We'll probably see some pressure come off, some downward pressure come off the markets, maybe a little bit more levity, maybe a little bit more recovery. Eyes go to inflation. If we do get surprised, if we do get shocked and we push to the downside, expect to see that 200-day potentially solidly broken. That could be significant downward pressure coming our way, especially with more talks coming out and about with all the tariffs and recession fears and all that kind of stuff. We need to be watchful for it. If you want to hear more of my commentary on what it's going to take for the market to rally, make sure you watch my video from last evening that I put out there. What it will take the market to make that next big run. So moving over to IWM, this is a weekly chart that we're looking at right now. Now, mind you, on the daily chart, we are down below the 200-day already. As I said, IWM is going to take economic distress, or maybe that worry over economic distress. It's going to take it pretty hard, and that's what we're seeing right now. But look at this weekly chart. Look at this cup that we have coming off of here, and this handle starting to trail down the side. Now, before we ever got this potential, and I want to be clear about that potential cup and handle, I said we have the cup when we hit this peak. I said maybe we'll see a handle come off of that, and I had a person talking about this thing that I dreamed up. Well, cup and handles are actually pretty darn real. So at the time I said, watch to see if we get a handle coming off of this, because then that's that cup and handle. And the thing that we really want to be watchful for is right off the side of these, a trend line coming right down across the top of those. We want to see that trend line broken off the top of those, and then we can watch for this distance from the peaks all the way down to the lowest point of this, the trough of that. That could be where we get that outperformance that puts us up into the 300s for IWM, tracking the Russell 2000 stocks. So right now we got a bit of pain, but when that pain starts to turn around, I think we're going to start seeing outperformance to the upside on IWM. Again, check out my 4 pillars that I talked about in yesterday's video at length. 14 minutes dedicated to just talking what it's going to take in order to prop up the markets and get them to start running again. So the last thing I want to share with you is BTC, that critical resistance that we're looking at. And if I don't put on extra lines, there we go. This line right here, if I go out to the monthly chart, you can see that trend line right across the top of this. That's the peak that we had back in 2021, the second peak in 2021, and we were sitting on it for support for a while. Well, now we're coming at it from the underside, and so that means resistance. And look what happened the last time that we peekabooed up above it. So we got Trump saying about buying into Bitcoin, and then we ripped right back down on some market weakness as well. And so I think right now we have a battle between, hey, there could be some pretty heavy buying into Bitcoin, bullish, boom, pop. And then we have the market being like, I think that we should be in a risk-off situation right now. And so that's that tug of war that we have going on at the moment. And right now, we got rejected off of that line, off of resistance over here, tried to break it, couldn't hold it, tumbled back down, trying again. That retest is everything, in my opinion, that we want to see. If we fail to make this retest, is the 200-day still holding for us? Are we going to narrow down? We want to watch that question to see if it gets answered. We also have the blue 20-day coming down this way to fight with, to contend with. Guys, there's a lot of pressure on Bitcoin right now to make it up and over that. And I think Friday could be the day where we start to get a little bit more answers to our questions of what risk environment are we in right now. We're getting mixed results in the markets. We're getting, whether it's stock market, crypto market, and also what we look at in the bond market, mixed results, because right now we don't have hard evidence in those economic reports to say which exactly way that's going to go. Right now, the market's like, we're not sure. We need to be prepared. We need to be teetering so that way we're ready to go. We're on that knife's edge, if you will, to see, okay, should we dump from where we're at right now, or is it time to pump? And so we're watching non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate. We're watching the inflation reports. We're listening to Jerome Powell speak for easy monetary policy. We got our hawk eyes on the GDP to see if we're really going to get a negative report on that, or if the Atlanta Fed GDP now is just way off base because of some near-term reports that it has. Now, mind you, several other updates come out between now and March the 28th before we get the quarterly advanced estimate at the end of April. So, which right now is coming in at 0.9, down from what we had before, which I think was 2.3%. So that's a pretty big difference that we have for that forecast for GDP. So right now, like I said, the questions are out there. We're looking for those answers. The 200 days, the thing to watch for SPY and QQQ. IWM, we want to watch and see what's happening with that cup and handle. The 200 week is actually a really nice line that we're looking for a bounce there. And then when it comes to Bitcoin as the crypto index, if I take from Crypto Will, thank you, Crypto Will, watch for that resistance line that I put off the peaks of 2021 that acted as support. Very solid support for us throughout 2024 and into 2025. And now it's turning out to be resistance at the moment. That's the thing to watch. Guys, if you want to hear more of what I have to say, see my technicals. I'm a panel expert over at the Stock Mode Discord. I've entered into a partnership with him. Couldn't be more excited about it. Use the link down in the description and to sign up for that and get access to just an amazing world, an amazing community of stocks, finance, crypto, you name it. There's tons of tools, tons of products, tons of services, and then also that coursework to learn about technical analysis trading, and options through Stock Mode Academy. That link is also down in the description. Click that, signing up using the code word doctor. It's going to give you a massive discount. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning. We'll see you next video.